The latest flagship phones from Samsung, the Galaxy S23 line, are about to arrive. What should you know? That's our Techstination. Joining us from Samsung is Blake Gaiser, Director of Smartphone Product Management for Samsung Electronics America. Hi, Blake.
Hi, how's it going?
Terrific. Well, it's time for a little Galaxy exploration, we could say, and as usual, there are several different models of the S23 that are on the way. Give us the overview to begin with.
Yes, so we're so very excited for the S23 lineup. It's a three-device lineup. We have the S23, the S23 Plus, and the S23 Ultra. Really, this is a strong evolution from the S22, where we're bringing more faster, powerful devices. The S23 base model, new flagship model, is a 6.1 inch camera, 6.1 inch phone. The S23 Plus bumps up that screen size to 6.6 inches. Both are full high def. And then the S23 Ultra, which is our top of the line flagship, is a 6.8 inch screen, WQHD screen, with a large screen that also comes with the beloved S Pen, as many of the Note owners know very well.
And some of the key features here that are going to make a big difference and I guess convince people that, hey, it's time to upgrade.
Absolutely. First and foremost, Samsung has done a fantastic job over the years and continue to do so when it comes to our camera technology. We spend so much of our days in front of and behind those cameras that it is, core to a good experience with smartphones these days. So the S23 and the S23 Plus have a 50 megapixel rear camera, 3 lenses with a 10 megapixel ultra wide and a 12 megapixel. On the front selfie cam, it is a new and improved 12 megapixel camera, up from 10 megapixels. The S23 Ultra is coming in with an amazing and gorgeous 200 megapixel camera on the rear camera. It shares that same 12 megapixel front selfie, but on the rear it has 3x and a 10x optical zoom, as well as a 100x space zoom. So there's really nothing you can't do with a camera that powerful, and it just makes and gives just beautiful pictures. One of the other things is we're launching this device worldwide with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy processor, and that is Snapdragon's faster mobile processor to date, and it's specific to Samsung, where the processing speed is just phenomenal, and it allows you to do everything from high performance gaming to utilizing the camera better, to utilize cognitive AI, so it understands what kind of picture it's taking and helps you create just phenomenal masterpieces. And then on top of that, really one of the best things, we all know that we have our devices on us at all times, and battery life is crucial. So with the S23, it has a 200 milliamp hour increase to its battery, so a full 3,900 milliamp hours. The S23 Plus has 4,500 milliamp hours, and the S23 Ultra has 5,000 milliamp hours. All of them also include what is called a vapor chamber cooling system, which allows it to dissipate heat from that battery and give you even longer lasting battery life. It's really just a phenomenal roundup of devices.
Just amazing. And you said 200 megapixels on that S23 Ultra?
200 megapixels. You can take a photo with that 200 megapixel camera. You can zoom into it, crop it out, and still have a high definition photo that's clear. It really is one thing that so many people are excited about. I've spent so much time with it. We nearly doubled the megapixels from our S22 Ultra that had 108 megapixels. Alongside of that, it also has, we doubled the optical image stabilization. And what that really means is for people with shaky hands like myself, is you're going to get clear video and clear pictures utilizing that optical image stabilization. So it's really just a phenomenal camera system in its whole. And the 23 and 23 Plus, still have a 50 megapixel camera that just takes fantastic pictures. What's also great about our camera setup is that we've really focused on what we call nightography. And that is essentially when we're taking photos in low light situations. Lighting's not always the greatest for taking pictures. So what we've done actually is we do something called pixel binning, which is taking multiple pixels and putting them together to make one larger pixel that can take in a lot more light. So with the S23 Ultra, we do what we call Tetris squared binning. So it's taking 16 pixels, putting them into one to give you nice large pixels and give you very, very clear photos on the rear camera, as well as great video on that rear camera. With the S23 and S23 Plus, we do tetra binning. So we're taking for those pixels, putting them together and giving you a very crisp, high definition 12 megapixel picture in those low light settings that really captures the contrast of the lighting, and it does a real natural job of having your picture look exactly as you remember.
With that kind of image quality and, as you said, 200 megapixels, it sounds like it's a good thing that you have storage capacities in these devices that can go up, I think, on the Ultra to what, a terabyte?
Storage is important, and especially when you're adding things, like 200 megapixel camera, as well as 8K video that these cameras support. It does take up, some room. So with the S23 Plus, we actually doubled the base storage. So it now starts at 256 gigabytes of storage. And for S23 Ultra on s.com, you can get up to a terabyte of storage. We recognize that storage is important, and you don't want to feel like you're maxing out that storage. So we give you multiple options to be content with the storage that you choose, and you can take thousands and thousands of pictures with those larger storage variants.
It seems that the devices today, the way the technology is going, these are more cameras almost with phones built in rather than the other way around.
Well, that's absolutely true. More and more we're finding ourselves using our cameras, whether it be for work and utilizing it for meetings and work from home, to going out and documenting our day and our trips, and really bringing in that high quality, not only camera from a functionality standpoint, but just a ease of use where you don't have to be a professional photographer to take fantastic pictures. And we really focus on all of those different aspects of the camera, from how you use it, what's natural to you, so that way you can take these professional grade photos just at the click of a button.
And on the video side, the Ultra can shoot 8K as well, up to 30 frames?
It can. 30 frames a second, yes. So it can, take some of the smoothest, and utilizing that optical image stabilization, you're taking extremely clear, great contrast videos that, look like they're standing, that you're standing still, even if you're taking it out on the road and moving it around. So, the quality of those pictures are just phenomenal.
With these great computers in our pockets today, one of the pain points with some devices is getting through the day on a charge. Tell us what people can realistically expect.
We like to say that you can, use your camera for an all-day experience. And so, we have increased the battery on the 23 and the 23 Plus. But what we've also done working with Snapdragon is utilizing the processor more efficiently. So it gives power to where power is needed and it holds back power when it's not needed. So, if you're casually streaming through your social media, it doesn't require that much computation compared to if you're using a high performance and playing a high performance game. So by having that processor intelligently know exactly what you need to use that phone for at that point in time, it provides you with an extremely long, what we like to say, all day battery life. On top of that, we're also working and recognizing that short form video and video watching on your mobile device is increasing year over year. So we're working with some of these partners to make their platforms even more efficient when you're watching those videos to provide you even longer viewing time, such as, Snapchat and YouTube. And so, everything that we've looked for, utilizing the vapor chamber cooling, the better battery, smarter processor, all in all gives you a much better battery life than previous devices and a better battery life than the S22 family.
And I understand you're doing some innovative things as well with things like the Galaxy Buds and the latest Galaxy Watch when it comes to making them work well with these devices.
Yeah, we understand that, so many people don't just have a phone. They have, a number from tablets to computers to watches and buds and even TVs. And so when we're looking at our devices, we're looking at the Galaxy, connected experience. How is your device going to work with all those other devices? So, we've built in that cross connectivity so that way you can, be scrolling through your web pages on your phone, and then once you pull up your new Galaxy Book, hopefully the Galaxy Book 3 that we also just announced alongside of the S23, you'll able to open up your laptop and pick up right where you left off, as well as, co-sharing and utilizing notes appropriately and, across devices. Utilizing your phone to be your remote control for your Samsung TV. And obviously, the watch is something that I can't go a day without having on my wrist, and it just works seamlessly, super easy to connect, walks you through it, and it really just makes it a seamless transition from one device to the next.
Tell us a bit about pricing, even though a lot of it has to do with the deal that you can get from a specific carrier.
Yeah, so our base pricing for the S23 is $799, for the S23 Plus is $999, and for the S23 Ultra is $1199. And as you said, carriers are great partners, and there are a lot of great deals out there where you can find yourself, getting a S23 Plus, for free at some of those carriers. With trade-ins. So we recognize that, this is an important decision. It's an important buying decision and something that you're going to have with you, many people for years on end. So we look to also support and make sure that you're going to be happy with your device in the long term. And we provide up to 4 OS updates and, Knox and One UI updates. So 3-4 years down the line, you're still going to have the most up-to-date software to keep your device running smoothly.
Terrific. And the site, I guess, for more info is going to be Samsung.com?
Absolutely, Samsung.com. It's a great place to be able to compare and contrast those devices, find what's right for you, and the carriers do a great job as well. But you can get great deals and trade-in values right there at Samsung.com and learn all about the device.
Well, congratulations to you and the whole team there at Samsung on some great innovations. Sounds like somebody needs to go for a walk any second now. So we're glad to have. I'm not sure what his or her name is. We're glad to have him or her joining us too on the taping here.
Holland is absolutely fantastic.
Blake Gaiser, thanks for spending time with us.
Thank you so much.